What's up, everybody? I'm Jessekazam. Welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov video. This is another one of our lessons from Beyond the Grave, where we take a look at a clip from my stream where I died, and we kind of play it back, figure out what happened, and figure out what we can pull from that to do better in those situations next time. I stream Escape from Tarkov on Twitch. All my links will be down below. I'd love to have you stop by and say hey. And if you like the video, think about dropping it a like or subscribing for more content like this. Subscribing really helps me out as a creator, so thank you so much to those of you that do that. But with all that stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right in. So we'll watch the clip back in its entirety, and then we'll kind of go back and break it down. I'm on the first floor of Shoreline Resort here. I'm in a fight with somebody. I can't remember if I had eliminated somebody prior to this, but with all this debris around and how dark it kind of be, we're kind of in this flashlight battle, and that's kind of primarily what we're talking about in this video, how to use flashlights, how to counter them, and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and roll the clip. See him. I don't know what to do here. That was a good flashlight on his part. I am dead. So that was a pretty classic example of how, as of recently, the flashlights have been utilized, and they can be pretty powerful. I mean, once he comes around this corner here with that thing flashed on me, I cannot see where he is. If you're really good at tracking movement, you can probably track along with somebody, but this screenshot right here is a great example of how it's just really tough to be able to spot people through that. And I didn't really put myself in a good position to counter him at all. So we can kind of go back towards the beginning. I'm in a fight with this guy. I obviously have a flashlight, and I'm trying to use that to figure out where he is. I'm trying to use my audio cues to the best of my abilities. Sometimes it sounds like he's right here in this room right next to me, but then sometimes it sounds like it's further up. So I'm going through all the thought process. Is this a group? Is it one person? Is it just audio bugging out? There's blood on the wall back here, so did they get into a fight before? He's shooting at me, so he is being aggressive, not like ultra aggressive where he's just pushing at me, but neither of us want to be the full aggro push, but also neither of us want to just kind of hold corners and just kind of like camp it out. So we're kind of exchanging shots here. The reason I'm not pushing up to him is we have all this debris. We've got the plants. We've got this shelf in the back beyond this wall that he can peek both sides of. We got the construction. There's a lot of stuff, and it's dark. And so I didn't really want to push forward too aggressively because I didn't know where he was. He could be behind this angle. He could be behind that. He could be behind the shelf, peek either side. He can be in one of these rooms on the left or on the right. And so by pushing up and pushing around all this debris, I felt like I was exposing myself to too many angles, and I didn't know exactly where he was. But that led to some indecision where I'm just kind of standing here strafing. I'm trying to wait for him to peek. But then even if he does peek, I'm not going to have great aim because I'm trying to balance not staying still to give him an easy kill, but at the same time not it's trying to kill him at the same time. So it's in a weird spot. I even kind of laugh it off and be like, I can't see this guy. I don't know. He starts throwing nades, so I back up. And I kind of had the thought to maybe flank around. Maybe when I push back here, I was like, maybe I can go up and then come down through the hole. Maybe I can go around. I should have executed one of those plays earlier where I was like, you know what? For all those reasons that I just listed, just staring down this guy and doing a fight like this isn't a good idea. Let me go make a play. I could have gone around the front and all the way around and peeked him from the window behind. I could have gone upstairs and peeked him through the hole. There's a bunch of things I could have done. And I kind of start to do that, but then I kind of whip around real quick because I saw he threw a nade and I was wondering if he was going to go for a push. I get into this corner and I immediately realize that this is not a place I want to be. I have no exit strategy here. If he tosses a nade under this staircase and holds this corner, I'm just dead. So as soon as I get in here, I kind of like peek out because based on where his flashlight was, I thought he was going to peek me right here. And then when he didn't, I kind of took this opportunity to maybe get to a better spot by backing up. Now, what happened is I put myself in a really rough position here because I'm out in the open. I don't have cover. He's flashing me and I can't see anything. And my tracking skills are not that great. So I have just completely put myself in a position for this guy to win. He's got the light shining on me. All I have is kind of basically like a panic spray, and then I die. There's a bunch of really simple things I could have done here. The flashlight really, really does tell you exactly what the other person's going to do. So I knew this guy was going to peek right here. You see that flashlight movement coming around the corner? I know he's going to peek. I should have halted my movement, potentially either crouched or proned, lasered in my recoil, and pre-fired that corner when he's going to do that. Because you can tell right when they're about to peek. I could have pre-fired head level. Well, I guess first of all, before that, I should have put myself into a better position here. It wasn't a great call going into the staircase here, but once I did, it was my only cover, so I should have either held that position, or before I went into the staircase, I should have pushed all the way back around the corner and had a better position. So that's step one. I just should have been in a better position. Step two, because I wasn't in a good position, being here, being where I wasn't doing myself any favors by being on the move and actually walking backwards, because that's making my recoil a little bit worse. And then third, the pre-fire. So I might even do a whole video on pre-fire, and not just like pre-firing corners to push people away, but I knew this guy was about to peek. I knew he was about to peek. And reaction speed, we did a video about the chads, the how to counter chads, and the how to like identify when they're going to peek a corner and pre-fire them at head height. And this would have been a great time to kind of execute that strategy, because I knew he was coming around that corner. And if I had lowered my recoil, if I had just recognized that I'm in a bad position, crouch or prone, go into a really low recoil state and kind of pre-fired this, I could have taken him out right as he peeked that corner. And then the last thing that I could have done is used my flashlight to my advantage as well, right? So earlier on, I'm using it to stare down the hall. This is actually funny. On this frame, I didn't even see him pushing before through the smoke of the grenade. That's actually funny. I didn't notice that. I could have even potentially caught him right here in that movement, but I didn't notice that before. But anyways, I had my flashlight on earlier, and I could have used that to my advantage as well, especially because, once again, because of his flashlight, I was 100% able to predict his movement. And if I had turned my flashlight on there and gone crouch or gone prone or something like that, this could have gone either way. It might have even pushed him back around the corner, because he didn't want to look into a flashlight, just like he didn't want the play to be made on him, the exact play that he was going to make on me. So there's a lot of stuff that I could have done here. This is just one of those situations where when you get caught out of position, it's really easy to just let the decision-making break down. As soon as this fight was over, I started talking with chat and started saying these same things. Use your flashlight, get into a better position. It's all simple stuff, but he did a good job of keeping me engaged when we were just kind of trading shots in the hallway. And then he used the grenades to push me back, and he pushed me back to a place where there's not a whole lot of cover, and he pushed me and used his flashlight to his advantage. And once that's happening, it's really hard when you start to get pushed back, when you know that someone is coming for you and you kind of know that you're getting pushed out of position. There's just kind of that feeling that you're not really in control of the situation. That's when decision making starts to break down. And a lot of this stuff is simple stuff. You've got the flashlight for a reason. Cover. That's a super simple thing. Of course you need cover. But a lot of times these Beyond the Graves are about how to take back control of a situation when you're in that position where you're like, no, you're not in a great spot, or you could have made a decision, a better decision 10 seconds ago. It's how do you take that back? How do you figure out how to get some of those thought processes and those reactions really quick into the front of your mind in these situations? So that was this situation. There was a lot I could have done there. The flashlights are definitely pretty powerful. In the past, there were bugs where you could use the flashlight to actually like illuminate an area, but your enemy actually didn't see that flashlight, which was awful, because then there was no tactical advantage to using them. But That has been fixed. Flashlights are starting to become more and more common, and this fight is a great example of how powerful they can be. He peeked that corner wide, really wide, and in a normal fight, that would have been a bad decision for him. But he just completely blinded me. I don't even know if I landed any shots on him, and he was able to eliminate me. So maybe this is a reason to start using the flashlights if you haven't. But that's it. That's this situation. As always, I hope that videos like this help you, whether you have the opportunity to watch your own gameplay back or not. I highly suggest it if you can, but hopefully watching me break down these, maybe you found yourself in a similar situation, and maybe this can help increase your reaction time and put some new thoughts kind of top of mind for you while you're in your raids. Thank you so much, as always, for taking the time to check out this video. If you liked the video, think about dropping it a like or subscribing for more content like this. I'm always trying to create content that helps shorten the learning curve of Tarkov and get you in your raids having fun as soon as possible. Like we said before, I stream on Twitch. All those links will be down below. We also have an awesome Discord community, over 3,000 members, growing all the time. Tarkov veterans, Tarkov new players, and all sorts of awesome stuff happens there. So if you want that link is down below as well. Thank you so much, as always, for taking the time, and I will definitely see y'all on the next one.